fine, that my sound is working, just that everything is going well. Please just let me know, guys, there in the comments, if you can hear me, if you can hear what I'm saying, if my sound is fine, and everything is going well. Today we're going to speak about 2 matches that happened yesterday. This thing of African Football League, man, clashing with PSL games, man. Apparently, there's a meeting happening right now because there's a clash between the derby and the final of the AFL. So, hey, re tla bona how that works out. But guys, let me see. Just let me know in the comments that you can hear me. Hey, Tabudi, how are you? Your Facebook wa ka re ha batle go connecta. That's weird. Apologies, guys. Just a little technical issue on the Facebook side. Play that Dead Rubber Derby on Friday. Aye. Yeah, the game that makes the most money. Pirates get away with murder. Imagine if Sundowns achieves or losers yesterday. Hey, agent. I gotta know, they told me our Pirates fans are very calm. They don't chase coaches. They don't do those things. So maybe that's why. But anyway, guys, I'm going to start the show. Welcome, everybody, to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is George McQueen. I am your host. This show is on every Monday to Friday, 12:30 in the afternoon, and then also Monday to Wednesday at 8 p.m. You'll find us here. We also do watch-alongs, as we did last night for the Pirates SPURS game, and also for the Mamelodi Sundowns and AHLY game. You know, we're that good, that versatile here. We can do it both together. So I wanna speak about this. We're gonna get into the AFL game, AHLY. Let's talk about the Pirates. Unfortunately, because they played in Cape Town, there isn't any press conferences. There aren't any press conferences. Also, remember, if you want to watch any of the episodes, they are available on Facebook and on YouTube. And we have a very vibrant WhatsApp group, a WhatsApp group that is always hot. So if you want to join the WhatsApp group, just know that you have to head on over to YouTube, click on the join button. 20 Rand a month, guys. 20 Rand a month. You get to contribute to the channel, but also we get to have unfiltered conversations at any time. So Pirates played Cape Town SPURS. Cape Town SPURS went into this match, get this, went into this match with 0 points. They had no points. 8 games played, 8 losses, and a negative goal difference. It was bad. Even fired their coach, you know. And Orlando Pirates came into this game thinking they were going to repeat what they did to them in the Carling knockout. But it turned out being a donation by Pirates. Pirates seems to still be a little bit confused with what the coach wants them to do. Some of the players seem like they're not sure what they want to do. Him rotating a lot of the guys is seeming to be a bad thing. I know he scored yesterday, but as said by a Pirates fan, it feels as though it was a harbinger they were going to lose when Makgopa scored. So let's see. I'm gonna open it up. I'm not gonna say too much. I'm gonna open it up and hear from the Pirates fans, guys. If you wanna add your voice to the show, you have to be following me on TikTok. Join, and then you can. Ew, I'm getting an echo. You can then add your voice. So guys, feel free to request so I can speak to you. Kumo, it's in the membership perks. So if not, just DM me your number, then I'll add you straight because I know you're a contributing member. Let's see who's here so we can have a conversation about Pirates. Maronza, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thina siphelanga moya angazi ukuthi why abantu bahlupheka ngePirates basihluphekanga thina.
Isn't that the problem? Ukuthi anihluphekanga. Yiyo inkinga bro, nanihluphekanga.
No, it's just leso sikhathi leso. You know the how's it man? Let me go. I wanted to go in, you know.
No, go in. What did you think of yesterday?
No, no. You know what? I think there's one thing that Pirates, the coach, I don't know, man. There's something which I don't understand these days.
Mm,
Um, let's start from the back, right? There's two center backs which are like for like, which is Nda and Tsoki, right? For me, they're like for like. The only difference is that Nda, you can pass
you can
far,
play.
you can play and all that from the back. That is the only difference that I see.
Mm,
Monyani, right? For me, man, I think there's maybe because of Bafana caps and all that.
mm, mm,
Maybe
mm,
maybe because of that. But for me, is on that position, man, we need somebody.
mm,
But what I can tell you is that we're missing one guy at the back, to be honest, or two.
mm,
If it's not CBC, Marco. Marco
mm,
is one
mm,
of the
mm,
one of the hardworking guys at the back,
mm,
which can make everything happen from the back.
mm,
Do you understand? So I
mm.
think that is my problem at the back for now. Another thing, we're losing the goalkeeper, right? I think people they are seeing the goalkeeper that was in yesterday is better. I don't see anything better.
Mm, mm,
The
mm.
only different with him and the guy who's this
Ubano chain.
who's injured, yeah, right. It is because he's tall and all that. That's the only different.
Mm,
But the
mm, mm.
different, the main part of it is China can play from the back. He can make us play and all that. He can make us to become and all that. He's still learning, yes, but he is good. In the middle, why do you put Munari as a sub? I don't understand that. I
Mm,
don't understand that.
mm.
All the time, last time he put Munari, and then we start play again. We start playing. So
Mm.
this thing of Munari being at the bench for me, I don't understand it. And this thing of two defensive midfielders, I don't see against Cape Town Spurs for what?
Ah,
For what?
Munara started, Ron.
Oh, sorry, I wanted. Let me see. Oh,
Munara
Munari
started,
started.
no
Sorry,
lima,
sorry.
no,
You
no
know what? I
remang.
was I was I was watching from the phone because I was at work. But what I'm saying is this thing of two defensive midfielders for me doesn't work for Paris, man. It doesn't make sense, you know.
Mm, mm,
But I was happy to see Lodge the way he was playing yesterday. It was
mm.
very good, to be honest. Very, very good. He was on form, very good. And then I think that is what we are missing for now. This Mahopa for me is good. The only thing
Okay.
is that it is a game time, and we need to be patient with him. The same thing that we did with Zukamanja, booing him and all those things, blah blah, all
Mm,
those
mm,
things, right? It
mm,
it
mm.
killed it killed Zukamanja, and then he left. The same
Okay.
thing with Mahopa. We'll do the very same thing, and I think there's so many guys in that bench, man. The coach is confused. For now,
Okay.
he's
Okay.
confused. It's just a rough patch for now. But me,
Uh,
bro, this thing of Pirates supporters saying akahambe ubani akayindawo.
no, ngizokubuza ngayo ngiyeza Ron. I'm
Ah,
gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. Guys, the best way to contribute. I'm seeing Koketso was asking the question. On the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, there's a link there. Even my TikTok, there's a link in my Facebook. Go to the YouTube channel. There's a join button. So subscribe, click on join, and then there you have the option to contribute 20 Rand, 60 Rand, or 150 Rand a month. 20 Rand is fine, and then you get access to the WhatsApp groups, and you also get to contribute. So guys, head on over there. It's the best way to help out. There's so many people that are contributing a little. It goes a long way, guys. So if you can, please jump on. Frank, how are you?
Good, my chief. How's it?
Me, I'm fine. Me, I know that even if my team loses next week to Cape Town Spurs, we are not the first ones. Anyway, what did you think of this game?
Okay. Who cares? There is some people who are losing points. Who cares? There is some people who won MTN, and there is some people who are winning careful AFL. Who cares about that? No.
Can't play that card. We saw Pirates losing. What do you think of yesterday's game?
Okay, on my point of view on this game, bruh, me, Rivero, this thing of rotating always, he don't have first level, you see. There is some there is some players who are showing negative things, but I don't know, is it favoritism or what? I don't know. But but it's only lack of concentration. Even on yesterday's game, lack of concentration only. These Cape Town Spurs guys, they come with a plan. With a plan, they saw that if we frustrate the Pirates on
Yes.
the first minute,
Yes.
they're gonna be panicking.
Mm.
Yes, yeah, I see. But um, Rivero must have a first level. That is the only thing that I saw on that because he don't have first level. There is some
Yeah.
people. Okay, what's happened with this goalkeeper?
Uchain,
Chain
they say he's
is
injured.
he injured? There is Pochan. So, do you think this guy who was on post is better than Pochan?
Accurate people said that. Pirates fans have been saying that Buthelezi was very good.
No way.
Buthelezi should take over from Chain in some circles. I don't want to speak for them.
No way.
You see,
no
look
way,
in the
no way.
comments. Look in the comments. Yanda and Juzi said he's better.
Okay, he's better. Okay, let's give him 2-3 games. Zilandelana sibone ukuthi he is capable of that. But me, on my point of view, Ponchane was better person than this guy Buteles. You see, and look at the defense of Pirates. Clocky. What's happening with Clocky? I don't know, my guy. Clocky is something else. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I think I lost my network here.
No, continue talking. Continue talking. It's fine. It's fine. I think we
Okay.
lost him, so you can continue. It's fine.
Yeah. Look at it, Clocky, bruh. I don't see all mistakes. He made lots of mistakes. Lack of concentration. He don't switch on. I don't know what's going on. Rivera, I don't know. Maybe there is he's cooking behind, I don't know, but this is the time of collecting points. This is the time of collecting points because next round of the season, each and everyone is going to fight for his position. Those who are down, they are going to fight for relegation. Those who are up, they are going to fight for top 8, so on. So if you can't collect points, a team like Pirates this time, guys, you know, Baroka ukuthi bebayenza kanjani. Baroka did something miserable last. It defend until Chiefs lost the league. It defends until Sundowns lost the league to Bidvest. You see, each and every team next round of season is going to be concentrating too much. So big teams must watch on this. That's only I can say. I don't know, Abut
But
Kuto. What do you think about your team, Abut Kuto?
guys,
Good morning.
Abut Kuto, before I speak, I just sent me a text, right? I think he's having a problem that side, so we can continue from our side, that side, and then we can go on, just have a conversation and all that. About Kuzo, it's up to you. Then the next person and all that, and then we'll try to run until he comes back.
Okay.
Okay.
Good day, everyone. I'm used to saying, hola, Mr. OT, but then in this case, it's everyone. Hey, Matata, I'm in chest pains. Like in real life, as you can hear, my voice is very low. It's unfortunate to see most of our players are somewhat disjointed. I can't say off form per se, but things are just not working out, especially the likes of Kemet Erasmus. He's falling all over the pitch. I don't know why Utito is falling easily and he doesn't even protect the ball when he falls. Our double six in the shape of a team Nomunare. At this point, I don't understand them. They look like they are low on confidence, especially Umunare. Team different, but Umunare looks like he's suffering in terms of his confidence. He hides from the ball. He doesn't play Ama 1-2 or anything. He just wants to appear with final third with meaningless passes. So I feel like we need to at least go back to our basics, because that's how we won the 2 cups last season, including this one. This one, okay, was won technically, but last season we won because of our basics. And at this point, I think we need to take back players to their natural positions. Let Uromio be a striker. Let him compete with the other strikers. If he can't if he can't beat them, he must stay on the bench. I like him, but at this point, for the benefit of the team, he must be on the bench or compete. And then it's unfortunate. I hear people asking about inconsistency in lineup. Gents, the following players, I think Chaine, CBC, Lepasa, Saleng, were all injured. And if you watched Ulipasa come onto the pitch, he looked like a player coming back from injury, if not still injured. So I do understand why we're persisting on Makopa, even though the question would be, how about those other 2 guys, Kanakimang Unga as well as Umaru? But I've seen them play, and I know which it can also be bad for them. I would prefer for our coach to use Erasmus as the main striker, while Ulipasa and Abu Saleng recover. I think Umunare also needs to be on the bench for a bit longer, because I watched Usaleng yesterday. He was much better than past games. The past 5 games when he started the league, he was a bit off form. Yesterday I saw him taking chances, being aggressive, taking shots. So I would rather have Abu Munar go through the same, sit on the bench and come back more fresh. And it's clear, Bafetu, we miss Undlondlo. We definitely miss Undlondlo 16. If we can get a player like Undlondlo or anyone in the team to take up that responsibility, I don't know, people are scared, but I would drop Ukim Vidi into that midfield, because at the back there, no one is trying to play the ball. We have Unda who looks left, looks right, doesn't see anyone, hoofs the ball forward. So if we can at least get a player like Nukim Vidi, who's more calm, if we can at least get him a 16, then I think we can come up with something as a team. But for now, I know it's not looking good, gents. I think it's over to you, go kids.
Sure. With the Kutu. Sure, my guy. Now what I want to say, ke gore, remember when Pirates drew with Amazulu, 0-0? Mr. OT asked a question, 2 questions. The first one asked whether Jose is who people say he is, and the second one was whether Jose has a mandate. Nah. And then I'm saying this because I don't think Pirates are league material. Because in as much as Pirates have been taking all the other league cups and Tontoni, but it's been a while since they've last taken the league. Like, I don't know what's happening with them, but their mentality in the other cups and their mentality in the league, it seems like those are 2 different things. Because when coming to the league, Pirates is inconsistent, and it also goes back to what Coach Rulani was saying about league cups. He said something like they don't require you to be consistent. You play 4 or 5 games, you are a champion or you are in the final. Whereas the league is a marathon. It plays for 9 months or 10 months, and it requires you to be consistent. And then Awiti Kucho, I also wanted to ask about Lepasa, but I think you've answered that question, Guti. Lepasa, why he was not playing? It's because of injury. I actually thought maybe he's dropping him. Okay, I think Mr. Uti is back. Okay. Let me continue then. And then I thought that he's dropping him simply because of maybe he was not scoring goals lately, you know. But then Abuti Kuto answered that one. Guti Lepasa was injured. And then again, something needs to be fixed, man, at Pirates, you know. Something needs to be fixed. And they are playing a Carling Cup this weekend. I hope they have the motivation because of that thing can kill the momentum, you know, not getting the results. Because of they've now, like in their last 5 league games, they only won one. And they are level on games now with Sundowns. Their games in hand have been scrapped now. They are level on games with Sundowns. And then Joseph said dropping points doesn't worry him. And that goes back to the question that OT asked. What's his mandate? Because you can't say dropping points doesn't worry you, whereas Sundowns is there leading you with 15 points. Because now I think the league is gone already. We can't debate it anymore. No ways that Sundowns can drop 15 points. That equivalent to losing 5 points, like 5 games. So yeah.
No, I mean, I think Abutu Kutso is gone, but to be honest, right, I feel the Londo side, it is one of the aspects that is killing Pirates for now, because we don't have a playmaker who's confident in the ball and all that, who can circulate the ball around and all that. That is the other problem that we are having for now. But I still stand to say, you know what, this guy Maswanganye playing from on the side and all that, for me doesn't work. I don't see him bearing any foot, So he's supposed to play as a number 10, which is behind the striker and all. That is another thing that I'm noticing, because I think there's a too much gap between the middle field and the striker, who is like maybe not what do you call it, a out striker and all that. But that is the problem that we are having. So we're having two gaps and all that. And this thing of playing from the back, if China is not there, it is not working for Pirates again. So there are so many things that are happening, but this thing of rotating players, you can't rotate all the players, like try to start a new team, We're supposed to be now having, exactly. We still have Kapinga outside. We still have the likes of the two strikers also. So I think Pirates, the other thing, the who's this kind of Abu who's this kind of Makaula. There's so many guys outside, but I don't know what is he trying to do actually. But whatever he started yesterday, it didn't work last week. So if he continue doing that, then for me it doesn't work. And another thing that I'm watching now is that if something's not broken, why did he change it? But the problem with us as supporters is that if somebody's outside, we want him inside. But when he's inside doing something, we're saying, why did he push him? That is our problem as supporters. So I think, this Tladisa, there are so many things. Is Jose the guy for Paris? Oh, okay. I think when the OT left,
Hello.
guys, he posted a question, right? Um, what is this? Is Jose still a good guy for Paris? I still let's give him a chance.
Hello. Okay.
Let's give him a chance. The thing is, he gave us 2 cups in 16 months, which was never done before by any coach. So if today we say let him go and all that, who are we going to get? Somebody's going to build again. That is the problem that we're having in SA. We rather give him a chance. We're going around a rough patch. Let's stick to him. Let's see. Let's just help him to get the right combination. Simple as that. That rather than to get rid of him, who are we going to bring? Are we going to start over again? You see? So we already won cup
Hello.
this season. We are going for a cup on Saturday. So if we start to put pressure on him, now we start to lose again. We lose more.
Can
So
you guys hear me?
I think for me, yeah, can you hear me?
Nazo, I'm back. Wait, Ron. Before this turns into a Paris therapy session, a spoon therapy. Nee, Pironi, come back. Saying corn. I was listening to you guys. Oh no, Pirates. Man. Let me jump back. Let me jump back in. Frank, I'm gonna ask you a direct question, right? At what point do
Yeah.
you ask? Do you start asking questions of Jose? Because as we've said now, draw versus Polokwane, draw versus Amazulu, win versus Cape Town Spurs, Kali knockout, win versus Sundowns MTN8, knocked out of CAF Champions League. At what point do questions get asked of this man?
Like I said, if you still remember, brother, last week I said, you see, in England, there is a Carabao, there is what. If you win all those things without league and Champions League, we are nothing. There is a mandate on big teams in England like Manchester United, City, Arsenal also. Here there is Sundowns, Chiefs, Pirates, so on. So if you don't get league and Champions League, you are just like someone who is playing at Mvela, who is winning Motsipe League coming to Dstv.
I'm coming. Let me go to Koketso. Koketso. I hear Pirates fans. I hear a lot of people are complaining, but a lot of people are telling me things that are wrong. Is picking the wrong side. Lose a match. Wait a so. But no one with a chest wants to tell me. At what point do you look at Jose and say, "My guy, please, can we figure something out? Maybe not fire him, but do we ask questions of him?"
You know that question. They'll realize at a point, like they'll find out at a point where they'll realize that no, man. Yes, we are taking these trophies, but now we want the league. You know what I mean? At that point, that's when they'll ask themselves questions. Because I mean, like he gave them 3 trophies, right, in a space of 18 months. It's a good thing. You know, I'm not a Pirates fan, but I think like he's doing good. Even his play, it's fine. But they realize that no, we just have to do better in the league. Like everything, Kuma Cups and Warawara, it's okay. The play, I think, is still fine. They're missing chances. They're having the ball position. They're playing well, but the results in this league team. So when time arrives, when they are fed up with taking the other league trophies and Warawara, and now they now crave the league, the big fish. That's when they say no, man, just come on.
Okay. Maronza, I always ask this question to Pirates fans because my concern, and I said this to Malume Kuto, was that my concern is kumnandi kwina ama-trophy, guys. Buzamthina, kumnandi kwina ama-trophy. Beswawina back to back every season, 1 trophy. But when you look back on it, you see Guti, we didn't move forward in the league. We didn't move forward to Africa. Such Ambabo Sundowns. Is Pirates going to fall into that place if you don't start questioning Jose? At what point do you wake up?
You know what? For now, the problem is that Sundowns is consistent. You know, and when Sundowns is consistent, he's not consistent for only few teams. For the rest of the league, you understand me? For the rest of the league, so it seems like the other 15 teams are not consistent. So that is where the worrying factor to say, Paris is winning cups. That is, you know what? We are second at the beside Sundowns. That is where now you will never see the cracks of Jose. My feeling, you know, because he's winning trophies. He's different than the other coaches. You understand me? But now I bet if he stays this season and we go for example for Champions League and he's out, I'm telling you they will kick him out. For this season, I don't see Jose going anywhere because remember he's challenging for another trophy for now, right? The other thing is that they're not bad. Let's be honest, Pirates is not bad. They're not playing that bad to see like that. It's just a matter of luck. They don't have that luck to see like scoring goals and all that. I think we're missing the likes of you see the mistake that we made, to be honest, not keeping Zukamanja. I still cry for that guy because there was an element that he was giving us. Like there was a spark that even if we like yesterday like yesterday's game, even if Pirates was, you know what, missing and all that, one chance for him was a goal. You understand me? That is the thing that we are looking for. But I think the other thing, Mahopa yesterday, too long in the field of play. Why do
Okay.
you bring Lepasa few minutes? What do you want him to do? What are you trying to prove? You understand me? I think his substitution, they are very wrong. That is the problem. But for now, he's staying at Pirates. To be honest, for one reason, he has win cups, and there's no way for you to kick him out in a way. He has lost everything in the leagues, cups, and all that. You understand me?
Okay.
So that is the good part about him. He has won something. So why do you kick him out?
I want to go to Abuti Napoleon. Dumela Abuti, how are you?
Kitonga buti.
Ke botsa ka team e ya hao. Coach wa hao, when are you going to question him? And guys, when I say question, I'm not saying kick him out. I'm not saying throw bottles at the stadium. I'm saying, Guti, you win the cups. You've got MTNH, you've got a CKO. You might go and win that. But have you moved forward in his second season with this team? We bona jwang?
Hey, wait. Abuti, we know, I'll tell you this, I'll be just straight and forward. It's second season, yeah, and we are asking questions. Each and every pirate support, even if La Sabator Atamai. Now I'm a very patient guy, ne? But when it comes, go baba, go good supporters saying be impatient, and we don't love or we don't like where we are. Go leaky, and we're not producing those points still on Garibata, and we have players. That's why Sundowns to the Namuilin thing, SO Chore, Kiona Iliwan. I won a competition more leaking. And of which into like say Shaile now. Say airport man. We are out and done Sundowns. Sundowns has been winning. Pirates, Chiefs, Super Sport, you name those teams. They must give that challenge. Sundowns don't I battle for Emma, a born a lot of team trading. Yeah, we are tired, and yeah, now to Jose, our coach Lena, he needs to work on tactics and his combination more spiritually. Or more sap. You must know how sapa or sapa ma or sapa mtochen can game or sapa mtocho around. And the last point I work, these parents that we have, our players. Lately, they don't take any shots. It's only balloon. Only balloon. Hard to the hand wash up. Timothy Rasmus, Umatide game, half game, even one shot. What kind of team that we have? It's really on long range. Because I'm not here to once a jumper fella half year road. Uzoshaya, nakanjani uzombayisa to keep. Tina, we don't have such players, but you training every day. Mahopa, you don't Evanga how Lemaru how you don't know what is capable of that. So favoritism don't only cost any team to buy.
Okay. Frank, let's talk about the game yesterday. Pirates, the way Pirates was playing at the beginning of the season. The defense didn't play. They used to play to Undodo in the middle. Abo Lepasa Nabo Masangwanyi were up top. Masangwanyi was playing with Mfukeng. There was a way to win, and there was a way to play, and there was a way to win. Now we're seeing Da get the ball, and Da is the playmaker. Ngapa Masangwanyi is now dropping all the way back. Nokemiti Rasmas up top. Uloj might not be clicking that much with Mahopa. Yes, they had their chances. Is it time for Jose to just go back to the old way of playing because there's no longer Champions League? Why did he make so many changes to how Pirates play?
Yeah, yes, bruh. Yeah, you see, that's where it comes back to Lon. Ndlondlo is a playmaker. Ndlondlo, he was able to come back and fetch the ball from Kogi and his mistakes and give it to Lipasa to go and finish. Now there is no Ndlondlo, there is no Lipasa. Oh, there by middle of Pirates, there is lack of something there. Kuyabonakala kunembobo ikona big. Look, on the wings of Pirates, it's good, but they supply to wrong people. And look, Koki, he was being defended his mistake by China. Now China is not there. Rivero, that's what by the first time I was saying, Rivero don't have first 11. And these things of changing players, there is, he can't go anywhere. Erasmus already finished. Or Erasmus can't do anything for Pirates. We don't want to lie. He's a lucky person up front. Yes. There is no quality anymore on its own experience.
But then surely, with all of the signings that Pirates made, surely somebody can play the Ndlondlo role. There has to be someone on the bench before you look at Erasmus and Maswanganyi making them drop all the way down. Surely, man, there has to be someone. Why isn't there a cover for Ndlondlo, and why is he willing to bring Abu Erasmus back instead of putting in Abu Kimviudi, Abu Utladisa on the bench here? Why is he doing that instead of just playing some players in proper positions?
Yes. Yabona Rivero, he is introducing Abu Erasmus, Abu Loch. He want to gain confidence. That spirit, but equality on those guys is not anymore. It's not anymore. Yeah. And this is the time Yokmel Ahlale Pans. He don't have many cups he is competing. Here time Yokmel Ahlale Pans have the first 11. You see?
Okay.
And on the bench, he must have 3 or 4 substitutes. He must know that in my middle, if Ndlondlo is not there, I've got this one. If up front, if Lipasa or Saleng is not there, I'll introduce this guy. You see? Yes, but I don't know.
Let me bring in Koketso. Koketso, all the signings in the world, all the talent that's sitting on the bench, but he can't use it. But then also, it seems that he had a starting 11 that was playing well. I understand if you have to change them because you are playing Champions League, there's other things that you're looking at. But shouldn't he just go back to basic of things that were working now, because he doesn't have that many games as usual? Why being so stubborn with this? Nabo Lodge.
Mr. Oti, unfortunately, I was not watching the game yesterday. I was watching Sundowns, but then I'll be brief with this one. Only this one. I just hope Pirates fans realize that despite the quality they have, having the first 11 is important because rotation tends to kill chemistry, my guy. Players understand each other. Remember, I can give example Jody Alba and Messi. Like Jody knew where Messi was, even without looking. Hato Makra Bolo knew who Messi was. You know what I mean? So for Pirates to start winning games, Kamko, the way you give example Katenka Lodge. I think even if Lodge is playing good and is playing fine, try the way that you need to without playing our Lodge. Get your level that you need to play. See what you can do. Because they were winning games without our Lodge. But because Lodge is a fan favorite, fans are saying, no, you want Lodge. You know what I mean? I'm not disputing anything. Lodge is playing good, I know. But have that 11. You know your 11. Like players who used to win games. Why not continue with those players? Yeah.
Okay.
I just come back when you analyze Masanda one.
Danko. Maronza, you had a starting lineup, a very scary starting lineup, a very scary way to play. Linale quality ko benching, nale quality all over, Mara. It doesn't seem like Jose wants to go back to the way you guys played. Stubborn with this new play of this new style of play. Should he go back to playing what he used to at the beginning of the season?
I think he has to. He's forced now. He's forced now. I think the only thing that after the Saturday, which is the what do you call it, the Cullen, right? He's forced to do that. I think on the Caps side and all that, they are more motivated. I think that is that element missing of motivation. But what I'm trying to say is, for me, I'm still saying, man, as a Pirates supporter, Hoto, Nkosi yami, that guy, I sometimes feel like there's something missing about him. There was, I think yesterday, we were counter-attacking, then he passed the ball outside. Said, why, Hoto? I don't understand. So that guy, sometimes, I think he has to go to the bench also. Like, for me, I'm not saying, but there's something wrong about him. But I think for him, he must go back. But let's remember, Mufukeng is not there. I think he's still busy with the trials and all that.
I think he came back this week, but it was too
Yeah,
late for him to
yeah.
play.
So I don't think he can play for now. But I think Lodge, right? I know he's fan favorite, but I'm saying he was one of the good players to replace Mofokeng, right? That was one thing that we can do. But for me, take Maswanganye back to his original
Yes.
position, not cutting from the side. Take him to the to the number 10. Take Lepasa back to the front. If Ndondo's not there, take Makaringi and put him there. Simple. Ricky, if come to a push, put him there, right? Go back to the original way of playing, right? But I
Okay.
still say from the back, right? I'm not sure why we are playing two players with the same kind of players, which are two center backs. It doesn't make sense to me.
And then in front of them, you're playing two players that
Two
can't do
players.
a simple thing. Yeah,
You
who has to
understand?
create a ball. It's not their strength.
Yes. So you play Munari and teams in front of them, which means you have four players which are like for like. So it doesn't make sense to me. You understand me? So you rather sacrifice teams or Munari and then give Makaring a chance to play in that position, right? And then we have two players which are attacking, and then we have one defensive. Then now we have a triangle of two like for like player, like maybe teams, who's this, Nda and Etoki. You understand me? Now we have a triangle of like for like players which are are defensive. So, but now if you have a 3-4 players which are like for likes, which means that triangle is not there anymore. So it doesn't work. So going forward, we won't go forward. We're not effective going forward. On the last state, we're not getting there. That's why now you find that Erasmus has to drop back. All right, when you drop back, and then who must score? You understand me? And
But why
on the
drop
side,
Erasmus back when you can
eh,
maybe play a 10, an actual 10,
no,
and instead of
remember,
having Erasmus coming all the way back and losing the ball and losing
yes.
passes, you know?
The other thing is it is because of those two players, Monari and teams. They're like for likes.
Mm,
So
mm,
if the ball they're too slow, and then it makes the Erasmus to drop a little bit back because they
mm,
want to receive the ball. They're too slow. So
mm,
you
mm,
understand? If there's patches, so we need somebody who's quicker between the two. Like on that triangle, we need two players in front of maybe Monari, right? Who are attacking midfielders rather
okay.
to have like for like that. That's what I'm trying to say. So it makes those guys from the up front to drop a little bit back, and it doesn't help Pirates. You understand me? And now look, the substitution. Why do you substitute like for like? You cannot take Monyani and put Shandu. It doesn't make sense. You rather keep three at the back, change the formation to
Push
3-5-2,
Hotto or
and then
something.
push Otto to the middle and all that, and then you start to play with three at the back, and then try something. Like for like,
Okay.
it doesn't work for me. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make that is my problem with whatever he's doing now. But for me, I still say I won't let him go for now. For now, Let's give this guy a chance. This thing of South Africans all the time, for me it doesn't work. Why can't we be patient? Let's be patient. Let's relax a little bit. Let's give him time. It is the difference between, maybe, for example, I'm a Pirates supporter. Sorry to talk about this. Chiefs. If you look at Pirates and Chiefs, Chiefs was not they've been losing, right? So Tseki was questionable even from the beginning. You understand me? So for now, let's leave the guy there, sit there. We rather bring somebody to come, and we won't bring somebody to come and assist now because we losing. He must stay that guy.
Ronnie. Not to change him, give him a different mandate. Let me go to Abuti. Let me go to Abuti. Abuti. Can you want I understand sometimes over stubborn and try these things and stick to your guns. But sometimes, man, you know what? Let me just go back to what I know. Let me, na kontlung ke a fryer. Hanka etsa di gravy mona nka kula, and if ke kula for 3 days ke sa change, something's wrong. No ke boele ko borothong baka. Why hasn't he gone back to what he knows, especially when things are being shaky?
Our coach Lena umanganga katsela high. I understand that too. He's very stubborn, that guy. There's no a quiet guy as him stubborn. A quiet guy who's stubborn. That guy who's stubborn. I've said it, I think it's this week or last week. Our coach, does he speak the coaching niggas now? Because he found it there.
There was a time when you came to him to say something, Mandla. Snacks in Yanamara. But it's fine.
You see, so Coach Lena big-headed somewhere somehow, especially an assistant there high. They don't talk niggas, those guys. Like, do those two guys speak? Urban about future. This guy, he has his best combinations. So coach, he must, I won't say each and every time he must try new things, but go back to basics. Mixanyana, grivinyana, we fry nyana, ratswaki, about my old ways anyan, and see or 2 games or 3 games, how am I going to play? Pick up a guy, give check the weak spot soccer, because now people are becoming impatient of you. And Mr. Kimang Ivan Koza, we say half it. This guy doesn't speak a lot. He's a very quiet guy, of which Moto quite more respect. But yeah, enough with Jose. I think, Leonis, the Pirates fans, Santa Shevemin did their high. We cannot, Rafit. We cannot. I'm still saying. Osheve game weekend, Kali. You mark my words, you'll see the same players doing the same thing again. Auto change maybe 2 players. Abuya hape kayo na 12 kayo na transition here. The center back say 2, the midfielder say 2. Oh, you have so much quality there, but you don't want to use it. Sisani utengida. That boy has okay. Utalisa okay, Marasu kali game. Karimi Ute, why don't you put those guys? You just see here and there. Just 30 minutes or for a first half and see pure balloon. Like the first game, across the penalties, you almost won by 2 bats.
Yeah.
But one Kenyan, he's gaining his confidence. So why can't you play other players? Now I would showing you how. Get push at this guy, he must change the players. Pule Ute, or something. Pirates, they could play together. But Obakinya, the mark. So everyone more paneling of what he unzonzo. Utamona genre. Ute mutumu okanga space high or okamufanta after I mean Pirates or something. There are players there.
Okay, Abuti. Hi, Eric Kenya Baba.
All right, abuti. Hayi manje itaba yakhe ke mang China. Oh, hayi. Yes.
ke re wa montshitse chain wao ke yo bothelezi ongo ukraine
Akaphumule
goal.
na mshongo wakho uphelile.
No, thank you. Abuti. Velile, how are you, my brother?
Mntaba kunjani?
No, you're right. Ikade nginibuza ngoJose, and not to say that he's bad or anything, Mara, something has to give.
Yeah, no, let me first of all greet wonke umuntu okupanel la, even online. Hey, yazi iPirates isiphefumulisa ngenxeba, yazi yenza nabanye abantu bajabule nje babe free and besibathole ekhoneni yazi. So nje hey, yeah, sebakhona ukukhuluma manje. Hey.
I think we look share the cornerest of teams. If Tina is the corner, in Cape Town Spurs, he corner, he
Yiyo ngisho ngithi ayizosikhulumisa kakhulu bona iPirates eyenza abanye abantu. No man, babu. Hey. Mina for now I still say akayithole i-chance uJose yangithola. But naye as a professional he just need to change his way of doing things kwesinye isikhathi. Because manje izinto mazenzeka kanjena you tend manje to keep ama-calculator and let's start looking i-season back time amaqala afika and look at the games awawina even nalawa ama-cup awawina ukuthi were we really convincing enough or nje sawina and azange siyibone amaphutha wethu instead of addressing them we're just blinded by just winning. Kodwa mawuthi ubuyele emuva uyayibheka even nayo i-Nedbank Cup usithola ama-club ngathi ayi-2 or 3 nje abuya wasehlathini of which azange siwashayela kodwa manje abasekho ama-penalty nabodondolo mawuthi uyabheka. So even na this season mayiqala i-MTN yesishayile esikhukhune but hey la ku-Sundowns ngefinal nakhona uyabona esikrapile man with one shot on goal. Hey, after so many minutes esikrapile then ngesikhathi esiningi yabona uma into ezinjalo iyakutshengisa ukuthi if you don't address them but just blind ukuthi siyiwinile they tend to catch up with you isikhathi masibhizi sihamba because you tell yourself ukuthi you're on right track and awukenzi lutho awukaziboni. And also with the signing of so many players for him ngathi amdida manje I am confused ngama-play akasazi ukuthi which player to play and then kwenzakalani and with the system that they are playing should makunjena phela sesiyazi ukuthi i-team once yascoka against thina yo hayi vele sekuvalwa amehlo vele because kuyoba nzima ukubuya futhi nokuthi siwine because once these teams scored futhi ngathi bavele badefende kakhulu bavele yeah. And also even our coach fell for them with this thing. Look, example, TX Galaxy scored 2 goals after 20 to 30 minutes against Roland. Roland changed the scheme completely and the tactics. But to add a 2-0 on first half. You don't need to wait for 70 minutes. It's already you are down. You respond. You have been called. Now respond. Come up with answers. And naya indaba yaleya substitution engihlala ngokutshela ngayo uyibonile futhi that substitution
Ngibonile batshele but God
namanje mangakubuza ukuthi eyana ngeke ungichazele
akufuni ukuchaza ngifuna ukuyisa kuwe ngoba khona iplay ukhuluma ngayo all the time ngiyamazi
but no ngiyalibona iplay leya substitution nalo substitution leya ngale kwa-right back ongayazi ukuthi eyani and njalo iza ngama-80 minutes ukuthi eyani and what impact has it made angikhumbuli and is the 6th time now iyenzeka mlibe
angithi textbook i-textbook ithi at certain times kumele uchintshe whether uchintshe igame or anything kumele ufake umuntu nje man
kumele ushintshe but also even nakuleyo textbook remember you use different formulas ngeke uhlala usebenzisa iformula engakusebenzi uyayibona le formula ayisebenzi need to change the formula man try different but yona nje and na 2 defensive midfielders I'm still crying ukuthi eyani bafowethu Pirates is not a defending team playing ayikaze yasebenzela this system ye 2 central defender Monare no team one must sit on the bench and one must play so that you could understand i-role because once there is team there and umunare ngiyakutshela umunare will be lost ngeke umbone ukuthi wenzani ekamarhupa yona the less I said the better because I don't think it's gonna be
marukorile guys animshayela izandla
ubani
umahopa
nonkatha bekakora
hayi velile
awu sekazi bafowethu ejazi
tikuvakutiyo tiyo
okay
phela wena umkhaya tiyo besikhuluma ngalabantu ukuthi no
thina singena ngani hayi
at some point you have to demand more coaching yenu, and it's not to say that Jose is a bad coach, it's to say ukuthi guys is he moving forward, hayi ukuthi nimqosho whatever, is he moving forward man?
Mr. Oti, let me greet you. Hey, ngiyabona i-Pirate because manje wathi athi overthinking football show yabo. Vodile bazamile kodwa bahluleka. Let me greet you and greet the panel as well. And everyone in the comment section. Yazi. But guys, let's not be emotional people, man. Choose my dliwa. We come here, we don't fight, we don't get angry. But guys, let's understand that this is football. It's a game of emotions, but also tactically you need to watch the game and be disciplined in what you are watching. Guys, asikele nokubukela iPirates ema-radweni sibukela ibhola nje silibuke egroundini ngoba lokubuka ibhola eradweni kuyinkinga ngoba ugcina ukhuluma lezibhezini yakho yabo. Okay, first and foremost, Mr. OT, we watched the game together yesterday. Guys, iPirates played good, man. They played good. Inkinga nje iPirates la iyi-one. The coach okokuqala, there are certain elements of the game I understand. And the into manje ukuthi you watch how Pirates is trying to play. You watch how Pirates is trying to play. They've created a system, which is Undlondo as the middleman. You know, Ubani Munare will from time to time just appear there and there. And the team was not playing, and we have Lipasa who was up there just moving around. Now Salim was their star player or a game changer, if you will. But now all those three players got injured. Undlondo is not there, which is a playmaker, in Allende of some sort, compared to takes the ball from the middle, goes up with it, finds his players. And the worst part, I agree with those who are talking about Uhoto. Uhoto, guys, is only good when you are playing against a team that's going to attack you on the wings. When the team is sitting back, Hoto is dead. Like, you can't even see what he's doing. And the sad part is, now my supporters Pirates are Pizzati. No, Ubolochi. Kaizer is coming from injury. Upule is coming from injury. They are not gonna give you 110%. And the sad part is you are expecting about Kim Vuidi, Nabu Bandomfana to rise to the occasion. They can't because his standard Pirate guys is too high. You put a guy like Undlondo, you put a guy like Usaleng, those guys, the way they move the ball, Uli Pasa, those three, the way they were moving the ball in the beginning of the season, those combinations were key for the Pirates. But sadly, coach didn't have plan B, Mr. Oti, Kokala. And secondly, as a coach, I agree with what Uverile said. As a coach, when it's better, I'm very sure you have Arsenals in the bench. Take players that they will get in there and change the game and win the game for you, or even draw the game for you. You can't tell me go to Zoti, Udlala game, finally game, where you're supposed to beat. They were supposed to beat these guys because they've struggled with them before, but they should have had a plan B, SL Lula. And in the this is where you see now, Yena is a good coach when it comes to starting a player, and when it comes to substitutes, he's failing blind. His substitutes are very, very bad. And as I said, when we were talking, I think in the group, but I didn't say the group, what team guys? No, Munari. It's Statulesi one Saga left. They are not Agnastatul Saga right. Statulesi one. They play the same way by a kappa. They are not going to offer you a forward pass. Why are you playing them together? Pirates has never played like that. They tried it Mochal, no Manisa. Manisa became the provident one, Pambili and Eniesta, if you will. But if you play these two, guys, it's Stratulo wire. And the third part is no one is going to offer you that direct football or pass here Pambili. So it's not like Pirate guys were playing bad. For me, They were playing good, just that the coach needs to come with a plan binge over the three learner, which were his key players that are not there. Guys. Why do you need a target man when you are playing with short players who are playing the ball on the floor? I-Pirates guys mayibuka ngibona izolishajama yazi ngize ngahleka ngathi nawe i-Pirates iphenduka i-Chiefs ibo babhizi bashaya cross and you're asking yourself, we are crossing to who? Mahopa. Guys, Pirates plays the ball on the floor, they penetrate inside, they find gaps, they use spaces, but Lea Macross being a seven, and I saw their sevens. Next game, bench Mahopa, put Erasmus there as a false nine. You will see how Pirates will play. Hey.
All I'm hearing, Theo, is that I'm a complaints of Pirates and the things I've heard today. They're very similar, man. Not deja vu, man. Man. These complaints sound very familiar, Mara. It's in us again. Let me bring it to Zasho. Zasho, is Jose starting to act like a lot of the coaches in the league, where he's doing the same problems, the same issues, players are out of position, substitutions are off, I know, but shot or something. Are these things starting to sound like the things we say about a lot of other coaches? And should Pirates be wary of that? Zesho. Zesha Gaseko. Velile, let's talk about Cape Town Spurs. Is there light at the end of the tunnel for Cape Town Spurs?
No, ayikho. Hayi.
Yesterday they had moments izolo nge-counter. They had moments nge-counter. They played okay.
No, we mustn't fool ourselves. These guys lost 8 games consecutively. Up until izolo nakhona, because basithole nje nathi i-coach yethu idagelo ezayo not doing the correct substitution and the players not coming to the party. But Cape Town Spurs, you know, as inkinga yayo it's not about ukuthi mhlambe ishaye Pirate. The Cape Town Spurs.
Hey, are you still with me? Oh, network.
Network yami angazi ngathi. Yazi ngiyazwakala yini?
Yeah, again.
Oh, okay. Yes. You if you have played playoffs and you come into PSL, you don't sign the players. Angeke uzubuye. Because automatically once you play playoffs, awuna pre-season. And the Cape Town Spurs, that's the first mistake that they've did. They only signed Upushanan, if I'm not mistaken. That was the only player who was signed Max Akali season. And now at least they've signed Uralani to push. But Masa shorter. I don't think they will sustain it. He says because sasedisi njengoba manje vele and the coach yakakhona ukuhlangana izinto zakhe kahle. Even Izolo, they were there for a taking. It's not to say they've changed. They can beat any team, and I don't think even they will beat cheap or no. They are not. They needed China. They need to maybe sign 5 players. They still need 5 players. You cannot rely on Daniel. We see them Michael Moto and Bazokis Bakatela Wonkaban. Some players are smart. Next time Uzotoli red card. And then you'll play with 10 men and then you'll be in trouble. So I don't think they're there yet. Need to sign 5 or 6 players, come and compete again, because they were in the playoffs. Abazangba in the preseason, these guys. So yeah, I don't think so. And our coach Shemu, he just need to get his act to.
Do you know what I think? Do you know what I think?
I'm a player.
Do you know what I think about your team? What I think about your team is that Uchozi Rivero is a good coach, but EPSL is nice enough of a league that Uzwane can finish number 5. You know, so I think Rivero is good enough, but the problem is that I don't know if the mandate says that he must go do certain things. And ubona ngale pressure. So nagu Pirates, nobody's putting him under pressure. Nobody's saying anything. Pressure, guys. Not firing, not whatever. You know. So then,
you are right. Well, Pirates is a big team. You cannot play like this. Play 4 consecutive games with no direction. They need to be produced ukuthi baba khumbula phela ukuthi ukuphi la, so you must know what's happening here. Yes, we have won some cups, but here remember now league is important. And also one thing that's difficult about EPSL ukuthi lana some people la uyafundwa, and some people they see once they see a game to expose you or to bahlala kuye amacoach la, they don't mind sitting at defend. Ubona amazulu bowenzani baqala ukulala on the ground, they know that will frustrate you, baqala ukulala on the ground not goalkeeper bahlala phansi benza yonke, they just frustrate because they know good once frustrated these ones angeke babuye, and if you can score first abasabuyanga. So it's one of those things that he needs to work around them and just try and also come up with a plan man ukuthi uzophuma kanjani on this situation azithola kuyo. But yena cha asikamxoshi mntakababa, akaqhubeke ngithola. He just need to ukuthi, and also naye futhi he need to shout players. For example, uMaswanganye is a good player, like a good player, and there's one problem and one thing about him. He likes to make things difficult for himself. Instead of just making things easy, receiving the ball, pass immediately kumuntu ovele esikhaleni. Yena ufuna ukupasa kulo difficult to pass. He wants to squeeze that pass, and this guy they don't work. You've got Ukim Vida again. Instead of passing the ball, you want to dribble, they take it. It's a counter game. And as a coach, you need to shout at those players, tell them that thing is unacceptable. But the coach and then they seems like a bampunze limini. Coach needs to come now. Coach, I think when he need to stand. You need to put his foot down and shout at those players and tell them what you expect from them. They must just do things simpler and basic. I think
Vodacom yakubala velile. Yeah, no, velile, I'm gonna disconnect you because it's getting bad. Theo, is Cape Town SPURS, is there light at the end of the tunnel?
You need to put back.
Yeah, ngibona counter attack.
Yes, must.
Hey,
I think he's back. Is he back?
Aye, it's network. Yeah, man. So Theo, is there lights at the end of the tunnel for Cape Town SPURS? There are a couple of breakaways there. Some through balls that were played through that could have been a problem. Do you think that maybe they're starting to see how they should play in this league?
But first and foremost, Mr. Ochina, we need to say congratulations to them for beating Pirates, guys. Let's not shy away that they beaten Pirates. These guys could have scored more than 3 goals if you watched. If that guy scores that Cupido, scores that 1-on-1, you know, like chips it instead of hitting it on the floor, it's an easy goal.
No
Already
Batman.
they are 3 up, you know. Yeah, no Batman. Yeah. I think that they had a very good game. But if you have noticed, Amatima say Cape Town, their strength is running, you know, transition. Cape Town City, you know, Eastern Afutige, Stellenbosch is their thing, you know, like. So I think their strength is transition. And the sad part is, I think Pirates is all what they thought is they are gonna play, you know, mostly football on the ground or maybe try to catch them overboard. No, they're gonna sit deep and wait for Pirates to come forward, then transit. Yeah.
So is that the tactic to beat Pirates now?
That's when you.
Is that the tactic to beat Pirates now? Because low block, counter.
If they play with 2 CTMs, do that, they are done. If they play with 2 Team Nomunari or Rubando Munye, I forgot the other one. That plays also. But no, if they play those 2 in the middle, sit back. What they do is, the Pirates, they like to play adventurous. They're like Bazenzi Man City. They like to play the ball in front of you, forgetting that they have slow players at the back. Ukroki guys is slow. You know, okay, at least Lomunya, like he can try and run and stuff like that. But beyond that, they struggle. So Cape Town City, I think they are. Cape Town SPURS, I think they are gonna do good. You know, the coach is starting to understand the players, and the players are also starting to understand the coach. So it will make a very. They are gonna do good. Maybe they will scrap 15 or 20 points along the line. Yeah.
Okay. No, thank you so much, Theo. Look, guys, this is how I view Pirates and what happened yesterday. There's a certain way that Jose has been playing the past few games. 2 defensive midfielders, He brought in Nda because Nda is a lot more comfortable on the ball, I believe. So then he wants the ball to run through him because Buthelezi might not be as strong with the ball on the feet as Chain. And then you need somebody because Undondlo Ageko. So he's made Nda the playmaker. Issue with that is where Pirates used to go middle, then wide. So go up the pitch, then you can see if you're going to go wide up there. Now they're doing it from all the way in the back. So what you see is that Nda plays long balls either up the wing, but mostly he tries to play them across to try and hit Ulochngal, right? Other issue that they have is, for me, the 4 attackers, Mahopa, Maswanganyi, Erasmus, and Lodge, they don't match each other. They don't go together. So Lodge and Masangwanyi can't do the same thing. That's why I told you guys that Masangwanyi loves it when Mfukeng was there. They had a chemistry. But now, if you guys watched, Masangwanyi was taken to the right-hand side because Jose saw Guti Labantu, Abana chemist. There's no connection there. So let's not put him there. Rather, Erasmus Ayengal, right? Because Erasmus is not going to want the ball too much. Maybe he's going to give Lodge a little bit more space. Then they attack, and you see up front, they crowd each other. It's not that Mahopa is a bad player. It's just that Mahopa doesn't know what to do in that system. I am a 9 in a system that moves around. Where am I meant to go? Where must I run? Ngiyakupi? Mangizala khona uMasangwani sekala. Mangiyale khona uRasmus sekala. Mangiya ewingini khona Lodge. So Rivero, to his credit, tried to fix it because when he dropped Erasmus and he dropped Maswanganyi, he left them up as a 2. It almost became a 4-4-2 up there with the 2 of them. That's where the chance that Mahopa pulled wide came from. Lodge came inside, then they tried to play together. But for me, just make things simple again, Jose. Jose was one of the best coaches in the league for making things simple. Saleng, you run fast. I don't want you to drop back. Stay up there. If you do drop back, Monare, ngene space in, and ikfune midfield because you don't get the ball anyway. Push up. Ito, Mfukeng, you guys will sort out the one side. You guys will move up and down. Lepasa, stay central. If anything drops into the box, you can finish it. Right? Don't go play the ball from the back. This new tactics of having Hoto on and also having Munyane bombing forward, then they take the spaces of the guys who are already there. So those guys go inside. Then the people inside are moving back. Guys, it's complicated for no reason. He needs to go back and just play simple football. Simple football from the beginning of the season. Now, I understand him doing these things, knowing that there's Champions League, that there's a lot of games coming up, and he needs to get the other guys fresh. But surprise, surprise, it's gone. So play that team. Otherwise, draw Pulukwani, draw Amazulu, lost to Zhuaning. The 2 cups he won his games there. Lost to Cape Town Spurs. Guys, we need Pirates to be the people who are challenging. Why do we keep hearing that Pirates is the second best team in the league? We need them to show that they're the second best team in the league and actually challenge Sundowns. Maybe you guys see it as a thing where we're being unfair to Jose. It's really just going, guys, we need Pirates to be the best it can be because Pirates is the only team that can fight Sundowns. But if Pirates is going to show consistency, that's going to every year lead to Sundowns being ahead by more than 10 points. So Pegabani. You can't expect anybody else. I'm expecting SuperSport to do something. I'm expecting Chiefs to do something. I'm expecting Cape Town City. Who are we expecting to do something if not Pirates? So Pirates fans, maybe don't take it as though, they're trying to destabilize us. Take it as, guys, we played a game. We want you guys to go and fight Sundowns, especially in the league. But then also Pirates, you're going to have to look at yourselves at some point and say, Jose, it's incredible that you've won the 3 trophies in 18 months. It's incredible. Great. But are we moving forward elsewhere? What is elsewhere? Champions League knocked out. League might be out of the race right now. So have you gotten better? How better have you gotten? Or else are you going to be like local people that do very well? Kanti, which is the best team in the league? Hey, Marabshav. Hey, Marabshav. What are Sundowns? What are Sundowns? So, yeah, guys, Jose? Guys, Jose has been coming out every press conference and saying there's things I need to fix. Previous press conferences, he said, hey, low block is an issue. How many games do you need to fix it? The other day, I forgot who I was speaking with, and they were like, no, Pirates is a slow starter. Guys, if they slow start every season and it ends up with more than 10 points every season, there's an issue. Somebody needs to fix it. Somebody needs to fix it and do something about it. And surprise, surprise, it's your coach. Because now, from this talk, I'm hearing the same things I've been hearing about Untseki, about other coaches in the PSL. Wrong substitutions, players out of position, doesn't know how to solve problems, takes too long to make game-changing substitutions, has one plan A, doesn't have a plan B. It sounds very familiar. So is Jose one of the best coaches in the league to go and challenge Sundowns, or is he one of the better coaches in comparison to the other 14? I'm not going to count Sundowns. 14. That's the only thing I was saying. Anyway, guys, let's go into topic number 2. Another important game was played yesterday. Mamelodi Sundowns played their second leg versus AHLY. AHLY needed to score at least one goal to send it into some sort of extra time and penalties, or they needed to win, right? Because they had lost 1-0 goal of us. And everybody was expecting it to be a tougher match than it was. AHLY came out guns blazing. Obviously, they had to look for the win. Had a few chances where they didn't convert, even had a penalty. Marvelous work by Ronwen Williams there with the dark arts. That was incredible, right? But eventually, game ended 0-0. And Sundowns is through to the first ever African Football League final. They're going to play their old foes, Iwaited Casablanca. Let me open for the Sundowns fans to have a say about their team, guys. I'm going to give the guys who are here just an opportunity. If you don't want to speak Sundowns, please, Ningangeni, Pirates. Let me see. I'll let in... Who do I know here? Sundowns. And then Umflo, chef. Umflo always, man. You always struggle. Kumo, how are you?
Sure. Yeah, cishe ngafa. Imali engaka. Yophinela ka tlhalohanya no. The man Joe Williams. I'm from Pontshamotsholo mabane, eh? But what I gained from my boys, I liked how dark arts, as you put it, was in full display yesterday. Now we started to see Hore Rolani like we are in. I saw American shining piano, he's grinding out wins. So I want no matter how dirty we are, I feel like the only sour note that I had yesterday was when Barek Mendieta was so aggressive, man. This thing, people are gonna think, you know what? Sundowns, it's a team that is determined to end people's careers, and I and like little nice Sundowns supporters, we're gonna run out of excuses and go, maybe again. But man, yeah, you can call us whatever. But yesterday, man, I enjoyed. It was on like knife edge. I want to using those terminologies to transport. Yeah,
Marakumo, when I told you guys that I think I'm happy because these matches are going to when you've been winning everything, it's nice to get to a match where who tens we win. Again, that's what I said, and people are saying, hey, Sundowns.
No. It's nice for you as a neutral. I wanted to see. But as a fan, I don't want a tense game, especially in the semi-final. Easy games to win all the time. I want we can have you tense games against the Galaxy. It's fine. It's in AHLY AFL. So yeah, man. And one thing that I picked out, Mudiba, man, like Mudiba was enjoying that game, like he was enjoying football. I liked how he, Bumaseko, and some others were frustrating Al-Ahly. Al-Ahly had no answers to our game plan last night. And you want to there's big match temperament. The core we learn. I wanna all those traveling through cave for all those years. We've learned a lot on how to win and what to do in such situations. We've learned from the best. Currently now, I even have hope where we can actually win the CAF, let alone the AFL.
Sahlobona Whitehead, Labatseba, your old foes, Whitehead. Let me go. Let me bring in Agent 007. Agent, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm feeling much better. I was
Let
just
us
on the sideline
during that
our
match
match.
yesterday.
Hey man, hey. I think they need to sponsor. What do you call it? Baby Soft. Eh? You need to ask Baby Soft to be our sponsor in this league, in this cup games.
How did you see it?
I don't know. I think I was listening to the what is it? To the Paris fans, and Chiefs fans, and say what you may about Rulani. It's a lot of things, bad, good, and great. But substitutions is one coach that I know he gets them well. Sometimes I know he fumbles them, but most of the time he does get them correct. If you call at halftime, I told you guys that nah, the Mvala experiment is not working. It's not working. We need a replacement. And he didn't have to wait to the 60th minute textbook substitution time. Like, you know what? It's not working. Let me bring in someone. He brought in Uzungu, and we played much better in the second half. So I was very impressed by that. And like we're saying, the dark arts looks like we've improved. I liked it. I think the penalty took like 5-6 minutes for it to be taken after it was called. That messes up with the players playing and thinking.
Yeah.
And also, one thing I like about Rulani, and back to the sub question, he learns a lot. That's one thing I like about him. He learns. Last season against Wydad, we lost because of his stubbornness.
Yes.
He didn't want to defend. He just wanted to win pretty. Now he's learning to win ugly, and he's learning that last 5 minutes you close the back door. And I saw him bringing Ulubusa, taking out Omaseko and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, that's my coach. You have to learn to close the back shop, the back door. And onto the point that was raised by Ukumo, I said yesterday that Uzungu is not naturally a rough player. He's the last player that I'd expect him to put in such kind of tackle, a career-threatening tackle. But Umendieta, I expected from him. He's unnecessarily rough, always, Umendieta or Umodau, what taps sometimes, those are the rough players at Sundowns, The questions that OAB gets, it's not a rough tackle, it's anything. He just tried to pull you back, to stop an attack. And almost all the other yellow cards that Sundowns gets is trying to prevent a player from attacking. And speaking about Oseila, man, guys, I don't know if people remember the Modawe from Black Leopards, guys. Like, these are two different people. Like, I'm impressed. Umodau, Umudiba, and Ukoti at the center back as wow. Just wow. I like the improvement. So yeah, I was impressed by Sundowns, and I'm impressed by the quality they've shown, and mostly I'm impressed by the players that I've mentioned. Omodau, Kotsie, and Mutiba, the way they've improved. You judge a coach by the way he improves players. So I think Sundowns is doing a good job in improving players. So yeah.
Okay. Flo, masame futhi today. Ithini network.
Hey, ingathi ngcono nje uthi.
Onjani bra?
Igredo usabona buda.
Hayi ngiright. Ngitshela ubone njani le game?
Yeah, before ndiye kwi-game le so highlight enye into ngala press briefing encinci nje. Leya kaRulani, because I think uRulani kwapha kula press briefing abebeyenza on that day. firstly ukhona into ayinothisileyo ngo-first leg and ke ngoku ku-first leg lo simwine ngayo i-AHLY yabhala la leta uyikhuphile.
Yeah.
So loo nto bebefuna uphazamisa i-Sundowns besiyazi bebezama uaplayela ntoni, bebefuna unika i-refs i-heads up uba ze nijonge into ethile ze nikwazi uba ubapenalize neentoni. And uRulana took that time waya kwi-briefing e-prepared wabacrasha kuzo zonke eza questions bebezibuza wababeka esigele. And ke ngoku yenzekile kwigame laa nto bayifumana ipenalty bebeyifuna, i-VAR was checked, and one thing I can say, ureferee was very fair that game, I won't lie. Lamjita ref that game, i-AHLY penalty deserve it, but abayisebenzisanga. And well done to Rowan Williams. Then ke ngoku going to the game, ngobe ndibona i-starting lineup, bendisoyika andifuna uxoka. Because bendisoyika because Umvala.
Okay.
Umvala is a very good player, but kwiigame ezinje ndiba noloyiko uyabo, because ndiyayazi uba a lot of mistakes uyazenza. As a result, kwi-mistakes bezenziwa nguWilliams, naye ikhona imistake ayenzileyo. If uyakhumbula, there was a ball bebezama udlala i-back pass, mayikhaba yabethwa kwiplayer ye-AHLY. So those types of mistakes, type of mistakes ndiba newari ngazo. But ke ngoku yenzeka in the game wafumana icard, uRulani applied his mind ne-technical team yakhe bambona makangabuyi, and benze le nto bendiyicinga ndisithi mangabuyi lo mntu, because other than into yoba ebesenza ii-fouls uyambona Umvala is not comfortable on the ball.
Yes.
If umqaphela.
Yes.
So we needed someone ozofaka i-stability kwi-team, i-team idlale ngale ndlela ebifuna ngayo. Yenzekile loo nto, it was great. On
that point, Amvala, in the first leg, I believe Sundowns played much better, especially Lapemuva. They were playing the ball, they were more comfortable without him. Do you think that going forward, you should see something like that for Sundowns, where Umvala doesn't come in? Or do you think that Lapaku PSL, because it's a different type of football, Umvala might be a bit stronger Lapo than Africa?
No, yes, what I think is that because uRulani senimbona uyamthanda Umvala. Yeah. Now, how I wish every time bathi xa behleli emfundisa the type of mistakes, amfundisa to be comfortable on the ball. Otherwise, if comfortable kwibhola Umvala is a very great player, angakwazi uba ile players siyifunayo. But zezo touch-ups, just like ulentwana uMaseko bendingamthandi. As a result, nangoku umthanda ndimthanda 2%. Because but ke ngoku uRulani as a type of a coach endiyaziyo uba uyazikwazi uzigroom ii-players to i-confidence ibe grand. I'm starting to believe laa nto more and more, because ikhona into esiyibonayo which is very great ngoMaseko ngoku. So that type of hard working is there with Sundowns. Otherwise, i-game yona, it was a tough game. It has to be ibe ilanjalo. And ngiyithanda for the fact that I think igame esithathu le uRulani edlala with red card has proved but he can defend with red card and play with red card. So I'm very grateful for a young coach alapha eSouth Africa who's doing great. Otherwise, wena uthi ndigqiba ufumana nangoku i-breaking news uba uPeter Mosimane is admitted to hospital.
Really? I must look at it. It's in check, and then I'll come back. I'll come back and just confirm if I can just see it here.
Okay, sure.
Let me go to Mhlabe. You guys went to AHLY. You went to Cairo. Mina ngababuza abantu ukuthi if AHLY couldn't do it Loftus, can they do it at Cairo? How did you see that game?
Yeah, sure, OT. Greetings to you, the panel and everyone in the live. Yeah, no, like Uflo said, I think Urulani won the game with that pressure before the match. I think his mind game were very superb there. He went to the press conference. Yeah, no, he outdone himself. I never saw that coming from Rulani. I mean, he went there and tell them how Sundowns played, how many passes Sundowns had, how they should take the loss, all of those things. You saw on that game yesterday when AHLY went to play, they came there trying to show Rulani, no, we are AHLY, we are the best team in Africa, we want to suffocate Sundowns and all that. And Rulani playing for all those things. When I saw those things happening, I'm like, wow, Rulani has been becoming something else. But yeah, the game, Ronwen, he caused that penalty, but then he redeemed himself. He was a bit shaky first half. He couldn't deal with those long balls from AHLY. But yeah, I think second half he came right. About the issue Gamvala, guys, we must be honest. Absence of Ute Homukwena, who would you put? I mean, Zungu, I don't think is ready to start a game. We saw what happened to TS Galaxy. He was given a chance to start a game, but then he was nowhere to be seen on that game. But then Umvala, to me, is an automatical replacement for Teo Homukwena. I think Umvala is a soldier for me. I'll take Umvala to any African game away. Umvala, for me, I know he will fight for the team. You know, it was just unfortunate he get that yellow card, and you could see from that yellow card coming back to the second half, he's gonna get a red card. So it was obvious for Rulani to take him off and then bring in Zungu in the second half. Zungu second half, at least he can give you that 45 to 30 minutes to play. And then which we came and then he tried to control that middle field, of which I'm happy for Zungu. Yeah, and then like Ukumo said, wow, Mudiba, man, yo, Mudiba was playing like he was playing Go Felix game. He was unbothered but that AHLY hostile. Mudiba played, he enjoyed the game yesterday. For me, he was the best player in the pitch. So yeah, and also Maseko.
Marale al safani man, lama fans awasafani.
No, it depends who to udlala nobani, man. Go send Chiefs there if you wanna see that Allah is no longer the same, you know.
So I didn't see any smoke. Whenever China my light, and I was like,
Usmoke kanjani uminyile mfethu akusmoke kuminyile. Those guys wanted the goal, they wanted the win, you know, with all costs. So they try to sing and rally behind the team, but then you can tell they cannot do it without for 90 minutes, because it was tense for everyone. It was tense for Sundowns, it was tense for AHLY. I mean, this is one of the biggest competition in Africa. There's like 76 million at stake here, so there's no need to pray around. So the game was tense, and yeah, I'm happy with Rulani. He's matured, like I said before. He's very, very matured. You can tell now, and he's trying to discuss this thing, because we said last season that he must now play African way. He called it chameleon. He called it chameleon way. But then you can tell that he can adapt now. When he needs to fight, he fight. When he needs to play, when he come back home, he play his Rulani way, the Sundowns way. But then now he's aware that when you go to Africa, that's war. You go there, you go to fight there. There is no time for shoe shine and tontoni there. Then you go to war. You go there and fight there. That's where Abumvala, they come in. About AB, they come in. About Kulu. So those are the soldiers that we can trust anytime, any day. And guys, we've been doing this without a striker. Like what Sundowns is doing, it's amazing. And we haven't considered a goal in this AFL. From the start until yesterday, we haven't considered a goal, and then we don't have a strike up, and still we can produce those kind of performance. I mean, this team, it's scary. I don't know where it's going. This team, and mind you, we're not at the peak. Rulani is still cooking. What Rulani is cooking there, guys, I am scared to see. But we going to the finals. We see that owes us is payback time. Hopefully, this game they don't take it too emotional. The players they play the game, not the men. But yeah, we see we go to the final,
Okay.
and I'm happy the second leg they schedule it with the Soweto derby, so it will be interesting who we
There's
gonna
deep
lose.
meetings happening about that. There's deep meetings happening about that.
I said, we'll see what's gonna happen
Sizayivala
there.
le AFL thina phela thina sokuya dabi sithule ngani. You won't know that it's really.
Oh, but there's VIP coming to this game here,
They're gonna
AFL.
sit. They're gonna sit alone. They're gonna sit alone. Thina the FNP. They're gonna sit alone.
No, we'll see, my brother. Thanks.
Okay. Let me go back to Kuma. Kuma, a lot has been said about the Sundowns team, especially in the PSL. About they not losing. I've criticized double AB. Masego doesn't seem as effective, let's say, in the PSL context. Is the Sundowns team built more for Africa than it is for the local game? And is that why we see some of these guys shining more?
Yes, especially Maseko. Ne? Remember when we buy players, hence why you've got such a big squad, and hence why you buy so many players every season, because we literally play in every tournament, every cup that's available to us on the continent, right? Some players are gonna flourish go PSL because they are built for PSL, they know the PSL, and some players have CAF in mind. Ideally, we would like all our players to be chameleons and play wherever and have more impact on every tournament, but it is not the reality. You know what I mean? As long as we've got players that can supplement and complement each other, I see no problem.
Okay. Let me go to Agent. Your play, it's for Africa. Maybe is that why we see some players being quote unquote weak, go PSL, but excelling there in Africa? Can you go into that a little bit? How different is it over there? And what do you think of what I just said?
Yeah, no, diving must change. I must play at 6. We'll play our game at 6.
Never.
No, but I think that's a serious question though. I don't think we can have the two biggest games at the same time though. Something must give in. But anyways,
You
to your
guys,
question,
AFL can give. AFL can give. It's already changed times already a few times.
Yeah, and I think also because the fact that we set our own time, perhaps we can make it at night, But the problem is the security around Loftus and Pretoria at that time. So some of us, we'll see. But anyways, topic for another day.
Oh yes, sorry. Before you start, yes, Pizzo has been admitted to hospital. Flo was right. Pizzo is in hospital right now. Speedy recovery coach. He's got short breath.
Yeah, man, it's pressure, guys. It's pressure, guys. People don't understand how much stressful this job is. We sit here on the sidelines and we say all these kind of things, but this job comes with pressure, guys. So speed recovery to Jingles. I think if people recall, well, I was one of the first people to call. Would you say what do you call him? A cup coach. That time cup coach. I've seen enough football, even though Orlando says we don't know nothing. We have seen enough football that some players I just know that I know a player there, like AB. I think I'm one of the fiercest defenders of AB. I think even now, even if you can such as pocket, he will find Pesita out there somehow. Because AB is that good, guys. AB is good. I think his only problem is he's been played on the wing, and that exposes him for pace. But generally, picking up the play, picking up the passes, defending, he's good,
But also, Africa tends to be a little bit slower. So you don't get exposed that much wing-wise.
Yeah, and I think maybe going to Maseko and him, it applies. They don't know him that much. I know you do analysis, but it's not like when you watch 5 games, you would see the whole picture that we see. If you look at AHLY first game, they didn't attack that side more, but this game they make sure PC stays on that wing. So some of the things that we realized after some time. Even Omaseko, I don't think they put much thought into him. But after the second leg, they were kicking him, they're making him tightly, So it works to your advantage that you're playing with people who don't watch you week in and week out, So even if they know your weaknesses, they don't know it to the extent that PSL teams know it,
Yeah.
And like Omodau, every player in PSL knows, what, you don't go to the byline with Omodau. He'll tackle you, he'll spoon it. What you have to do is 10, 1-2 passes to get behind him, So you see, so yeah, I think it works, and also the roughness of it, not excessive. There's roughness and there's excessive violence. I think Mindieta is borderline violent, and that Zungu challenge, but that roughness.
Well, your
man,
team, to be fair, 20 fouls in the PSL is like 7. Go Africa.
Yeah, and I think that's what I like about this team, that we are not going to be bullied by this Northern African teams anymore. I saw Uzwani yesterday on the face of the referees, like, yo guys, be careful there, it's like, but we saw it even here with our players. He had battered the referee. So I think we are kind of being Northern Arabs ourselves. So yeah.
Okay. Flo, thank you so much for letting us know about the pizza situation. Chele, is Sundowns built for Africa? Is that why Masburili Sundowns, like PSL, we always say, no, the Sundowns can be beaten, hey, but we know one need. But here they are dominating Go Africa. Is that team built for Africa more than it is for the PSL? Flo? Network. Hey, network. Kuma, how do you feel about this situation between the Derby and this AFL? Can't these associations, man, plan a little bit better?
Motsepa a reng cause rutlo ka Motsepa. If Motsepa a jala ka ntho ena ka di 11 and Tuesday le Pirate e gala ka Tuesday re tsa bjao ne ke re nna squad ene ke ena breadwinner, so rutlo ka yena
breadwinner wa lona
ya ba bohle o nyaka kwate
Dabi ke breadwinner ya rona. Dabi ke breadwinner ya rona. Wabona.
Ya hala ite bala ne le sina di sponsora mo a rutla ka Motsepe ne Sundowns squad guys ke ba fana equivalent. So
Mara, you pick your own time. You don't really pick any time as the team.
I'm going to like Kaizer e bjang aba check schedule sa PSL ba no ira fela aba Gonzalo Mara, I hope because Raidzi Seocho Davi, it's big, Mara, it has no significance. Because what's for Logra 3 points, you can see anything. You can see anything. So it like the equivalent there that drama match. But honestly, those 2 games cannot play on the same game. One has to give, and hopefully, obviously, it's on the PSL. So maybe like Galaga Sunday. I just support this thing, yeah, what's one? Like all I don't support this thing where one has to play early, the other one play later. No, it don't work. Like
okay, let's drive Sheba. Let's FNP or FNP, and then reta para di yellow Rona, reta my rail of Tazager.
No, okay, that's fine. If that's the case, then PSA Barraking Super Sport is get a live match. Let's level at SBC one, today's live, you come at 9 after game arena.
I gotta get SBC AFL. Ronaldo Super Sport.
Mara, I am my brother again. I'm like, you can't intentionally give me arena. That's all I'm saying. You find that.
Okay. Let me go to Agent. Agent, how do you feel about this situation? Surely, man, admin. No one looked at each other's calendars.
Yeah, no, I think rightly so, because I don't think they would schedule it to our advantage, But for me, is the timing of it. Excuse me. Firstly, let's consider that this is the biggest game in the PSL calendar. Our sponsors, Dstv Premiership, are expecting the biggest viewership on the day. And we know its build up is from around 1 until 3, you know. So for me, even though we call the double agent for this, but for me, it's only fair that Sundowns game is scheduled for 6 or 8, you know, preferably 6.
Yeah, preferably 6.
Yeah, and you look at it, I don't think between the Soweto Derby and the AFL, the more flexible one is the AFL compared to the Soweto Derby, guys. Soweto Derby, we knew on the 11th it is being played. You know, some people have bought tickets, some people have bought accommodation. Like, there's a lot of logistics which came to it. With AFL, we only knew that we were going to play the final yesterday after the game, you know, at 11th. So I don't think anyone in his right state of mind can book hotels, meet logistics, whatever, yesterday, you know. So I think AFL is more flexible for me, and is one who should move for the Soweto Derby.
But isn't it an issue that allegedly the meeting is happening? It's either happened yesterday or today. Isn't it concerning? Because these are professional leagues and professional associations. Shouldn't all possibilities have been taken into account?
True. Because we knew the final is going to be played over 2 weekends, and we know the Arabs like Sunday, so they should. So they should have, but again, you look at it and you say, but the days were preset. We didn't know Sundowns would be in this situation, but even if they thought of it, it was still going to come to the same conclusion. I mean, same argument that AFL has to be played on a Saturday. So, and it's the Saturday which is the Soweto Derby, you know. So maybe then they could have started having discussions then, but then it was going to be premature. It was going to be premature of them to assume that Sundowns will be playing it. Because if you look at it, I remember there was a game where I asked, what is Steve Loop watching Sundowns for, you know? And then I saw the list schedule. If we had lost that game, you know, against Pedro, we were going to play Swallows on
the 28th, I think it was.
You know? Yeah, so everything has been if, you know. So I don't think it's kind of prudent to preempt if, you know. Imagine if they said, okay, fine, Sundowns will reach the final, so let's move the Soweto Derby, and Sundowns doesn't reach it, and you've moved the Soweto Derby to say 6, you know, and at 6, you know, the reason why Soweto Derby always plays in the afternoon at 3
maximum exposure
for maximum exposure and stuff like that, and you have eroded that, you know. So I think we can look at it retrospectively and say that was a bad decision, but you look at it, it's like, yeah, I understand why they were doing it that way. So yeah, but for me, I would move the AFL Cup, you know, to 6.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Ooh, time is very tight. Let's see. Hi guys, time. No, I can't. I want to add more people, but I can't. Maybe let me see if I can't do this. Not data, because they've been here. I think everybody else got a chance. Malume Kutso Pella, you've got a whole subscriber episode tomorrow, Malume Kutso. We have our own show where it's just us. Well, okay, guys, people will be able to watch the show. You won't be able to comment or add your voice if you're not on the memberships. So that's how it's going to work tomorrow. But tomorrow's for the members and contributing people. We'll extend it to then, guys. Let me see if I can bring in our Prachop. Prachop, how are you?
Nah, get sharp, gonna.
Hi, Kisha, Apo Prachop. What did John came in?
Yes, my bra. No way. Stress is a thing, but nonetheless,
Pelo ne se dutse
I
kae?
already knew who I.
Pelo ne
Yes,
dutse kae?
bra. Ka di low shedding. Ka mo ka di low shedding. Re lebelletse ka di phone. Bro, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, but na ntse ke itse ura ba le bona re tlo dila ka bona ba lape ba le me bra ke bona ba re ba nyakang pila-pila ebile pila-pila re santse re kopane le bona ka final we just wanna eliminate these people go raise king a ke re ke bona the face of African football so rena re nyaka the big fish one prostana re nyaka bona so nonetheless the game was absolutely, what can I say, outside the football side, this is personal. It's no longer about football now. It's about again. They just wanna beat us, and they already know we are better than them. So na game arena re win all of us. Then Harry Agantila, Yabata, no, let's go and I mean, Rolano tried hore atale kam khretlalang, but nesa khona hali. I think right now I can understand that African football is because this is what Puzo always did. Away, just consolidate, make sure you don't outcore, but if that's good. But more high, make sure Horua win. So last season, Loze Roland Narwa Dira, Nogolaga Champions League, Refeto Kora goal 2-1 and still Sanyo Kotala Polo Arena and I know good defender. No, my brother. Ga o tla le bjalo mo Africa so yena ntho a irileng ke experience ka mo khoretswileng go Champions League then Rabasha but mabane it was very 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 close very and Williams di denya ya o tla la pholo go morao ke ba nkwatisa me bra o itse ke kwata bya me bra ai wa kwatisa jo ai man I tla la pholo go morao mara me bra seng ka di games serious bya
Mara via ko Africa e bereka jwang ka hobane na I'm not sure. It's not make sure.
Ya favor ontswa ya ka Roma obodi re na re kreselo there was a penalty shot out e re ileng ka mola a ba isa go va batsala klitso tsotle di lo go va but nonetheless the ref yona na fair enough maba no traile gore a be fair but I think the pressure ya AHLY lo tsena ba di bolela ba tsha statement or what and Rolani I hit that back to bona so bona pila their intention was to know no game at home because of I mean let's be honest they can't beat us kamara ball kaka bolo kamara game they cannot then they realized that then right now back set the Lohorwitz again these people will be playing them for 7 games re ba chile half for radro ene where ba jame bara ba twara bara ba hotla ra ba fa 5 so what's the maids already again demons are ba khoni a ba re khoni ba and like ba re tshaba
Okay ke tlo go tla
ke Chiefs le Pirate
ai re tlogele Tata, how are you? No, right, bro. We want to match.
Into engiyibonile izolo ukuthi i-AHLY besuke beza ngenhliziyo. Bona ngokwabo bebefuna ukufayitha suka nje bethi benokuthi sobashaya labantu lawo.
Yeah.
And sometimes into esizayo most of the time bane winning mentality. Aba give up. Uzobona na PSL banokudlala kabi. Bezowina ekugcineni. Aba give up. Ubheke Williams wenzile ama mistake. Kodwa jika wadlala wabangcono futhi and enye into engiyibonile AHLY izolo befuna ukusebenzisa uPesitawu i-overtime obekunikeza umdawu ngale ukuthi ekhona ukukhuphula beyipressa ngapha ngakutawa kakhulu. So bashawa yilokho. Sometimes une-winning mentality and lo mfana lo number 33 lo shaya igoli nge-first leg lo. Ukuba khona kwakhe kusizile kakhulu. Kuthi mncane kodwa kusizele ukuba khona kwakhe ngoba mawuzojabuka uyena umuntu yathi ebamba ibhola ebanyakazise bekwazi ukuthi besabe Sundowns mayijampela ngapha ngakubona bekwazi ukuthi besabe. And uZungu after lento akayenza angimthandisanga kahle kodwa abamfaka second half ubonisile ukuthi umdlalo okhulile umdlalo une-experience ubekwazi ukuthi ebambe ibhola ephasi ngendlela erathi ukuba khona kwakhe kusizile naye kakhulu. Sundowns winning mentality ne-league besangayithatha nje kanje kodwa kwi-final bazoba nenkinga. AHLY ayisafani na before kodwa wayithatha ngeke izibanikeze respect izobalanda straight. Kuzoba angeke ukuthi bazodliwa noma ngisho ukuthi bedliwe kodwa kuzoba igame ehlukile too much.
Manje izobanceda le ndaba ukuthi i-2 legs and then i-second leg ise-Loftus.
Bayizodlala kanye nedabi ngeke ize bancede ngoba bayazazi nabo ukuthi ama-fans abo mangakanani. Masingekho kuzoba nzima nasePitoli. Kuzoba nzima kakhulu.
Mara bawuzoya wena kuzobukela. Kuyobukela le match.
Bengizoya kodwa ngeke ngize ngeke ukuyobuka i-Chiefs. And ngiyacabanga ukuthi bazokwenza something ngale game. Chiefs yami iyabheda kodwa ngeke ngize ngiyeke ngiyobukela bona. Ngizoba 70. Mabe ngashintsha i-date uyelo ngizogqoka uyelo ngihambe ngoba bheka. Mabe ngayishintshi nasekhaya kuzoba nzima.
Ngathi sobukela la ku Twitter sina abanye. If idlala idabi same time.
Singababuka khona ngo-Showmax njani sibabuke khona. Dike singababheki.
It's about Prachop. What do you think about this situation of the derby and this final playing on the same day?
Yeah, mathata mara bona rena mebra a rena flopo e ba te dlalle dabi ya bona cause a kere already yona ne sentse e le teng mo calendareng so yona ana re ka e change. Let's be honest, kale ntse le teng mo calendar everyone knew batho ba bookile ba ile ba te dlalle dabi ya bona e lore it doesn't mean anything. Na ba re tloele mebra re tekele Loftus ya rena ro te tsela cup but a bona taba dabi le nako a ona re batla e change ba ka se re no e tla dlala ka 6 then AFL e tla dlala ka 3 and obviously re go dlala ka 3 mo la go fisa wa ntshwara but even if re ka dlala ka 6 a se flop ba re ka se dlale ka no ke 1 wa ntshwara rena ma Sundowns ha ba sa re tsantsha mo di politics tsa rena tsa bona na re dlala FL we are busy with the big boys more. We are looking at the crocodile. We can't be focusing on the lizards. This is the cup in but I win a cup, obviously league reserve. Win a cup, win a league, and then concentrate on Champions League. Kamanyana tsale na tsedi net bank what kele na mo na re mona te phuaga rana re tenyakela the big cups wa nguzisa cause if mo calendar arena di tlo disturb. If imagine get dlala Kali Black Label no, I mean Champions League at home at 26 this month, November. Understand? Then hapa pe ke Kali Black Label, hapa pe ka more or ko morao ka di league. No. Re sharp re tswile mo di cup ntse le yona net bank yona e bile itse ke rolana no lokala bo mabena bo mama.
Yeah.
Mama. Then Pirate but ka tsaki Chiefs.
Re tlogele please. Why le so batle mana? Ne re tlo le support re tle stadium
10 years. So when I got 10 years then after that le kana la tsa le MTN Italiana king. But for no rena re cause
Au. Ai Prachop tabaya. Data. Uthini score for the final? First leg.
So le Sundowns.
Yeah.
So.
Yabona kuzodependa ukuthi sikhona noma sikho kwamanje ngeke ngikhona ukusho isikole kwamanje asibone ukuthi bathi igame yakhona kuzowenzakalani
ngisho le yakuqala ngithi 2 legs le yakuqala ngithi nile eMorocco
angicabanga ukuthi bodlala idraw kanonotho
okay
bethemba ukuthi bazobuya la ekhaya and i-Sundowns makuziwa ngasekudefendeni hayi right kakhulu le ngibona ngathi bayalekha ngakhona yabona ngala ka left since kwahamba uLakay umdawu u-right offensive defensive ubonile ukuthi uTawu benza njani izolo usaba nokufaka unyawo mabengatholi left back bengaba mnandi kakhulu ngoba ka right na central ngisho ungakhipha bani central ufake bani bamnandi kakhulu hayi
Prajob score first leg
eswitsi ba le bona monne o ithat etse go
ke ba go tseba hao la ba tseba kere
me bra diments bona na ke itse me bra bana lenyana la khinyane ngwe bjana a kutlisisi go pila o irala but nonetheless roya da the fortunate thing go rodala away wa ntshwara go Morocco this time re bala one not
okay
ba lo tekrela thunile a bona nice ra ba sharp
Global Loftus empty mara, but guys, thank you so much for joining me.
Wa bona wa thoma me para rotso bo botlhe me para
le nna tshwantse ke shape something before man now ka tsetse ke lona ka di shots tsa lona yeah guys, so it's not that Al-Ali, I'm not saying that Al-Ali is what, I'm just saying that this is not the same Al-Ali. The fact that they parked the bus first leg was a bit concerning, especially for Al-Ali. The fact that you go to that stadium and it's quiet. I don't think in my years of seeing Al-Ali games, I've never seen a stadium quiet. But then give credit to Sundowns because they went over there and did the job. We'll see what happens with the derby, man. We'll see what happens with the derby. This was part of the argument that PSL said. Yeah, you can move Swallows, you can move Richards Bay, you can move those games, but derby, guys, there's so much tied into the derby. You can't just move it, you know. But also the AFL is such an important tournament that maybe should have been planned a little bit better. But we'll see, guys. For time, I'm going to have to go. Tomorrow is the members only live, but how it works is that I'm still going to be live like normal, but you'll only be able to comment. You'll only be able to add your voice to the show if you're a member on YouTube. So join on YouTube. It's 20 Rand a month. Cheapest level is 20 Rand a month. You also get access to our WhatsApp group, which is where the action really happens. On that WhatsApp group, that's where it really happens. So join there. But then tomorrow it's going to be the members show. The members choose the direction of the show, more of an open discussion, and it's for them. If you want to comment or do anything, you'll have to join that way. Overthinking Football Show on YouTube, and you can join over there, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Monday to Friday, 12:30 in the afternoon, and then also Monday to Wednesday at 8 p.m. We also do watch-alongs. This weekend, we're going to watch Pirates, watch along the Pirates game at 3 o'clock. Also an interesting game. Moses Mabhida, both is going to play 2 games in one day. We'll see what happens for the second game. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. But we should send all the overthinkers lollipops. Thanks, guys. See you guys then tomorrow, 12:30. Members, if you haven't joined the membership, Overthinking Football Show on YouTube, you'll get access to our WhatsApp group and you'll get access to the Friday shows where you'll be able to speak while other people will just be watching. Thank you, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.